Welcome to English Plus Magazine, your source for insightful and engaging content on a wide range of topics. Whether you're interested in business, science, literature, education, history, psychology, or anything in between, we've got you covered. Don't forget to check our other articles on EnglishPlusMagazine.com. And now, sit back, relax.
Invaded human imaginations for centuries. In myths and legends, humans have searched for the fountain of youth or the elixir of life, hoping to find a way to stave off death and live forever. But what if it was possible? What if science could unlock the secrets of aging and death, allowing us to extend our lives indefinitely? What would the world be like if we could live forever? Before we delve into the possibilities of immortality, let's consider the concept of aging and death. Why do we age, and why do we die? At a cellular level, our bodies are constantly renewing themselves. But over time, this process becomes less efficient, and cells start to break down. This leads to the physical and cognitive decline we associate with aging. Eventually, the body is no longer able to keep up, and we die. Scientists are still trying to understand the underlying causes of aging, but there are many theories. Some suggest that it's a result of accumulated damage to our DNA, while others point to the body's declining ability to rapidly. There are already many interventions that can help us live longer, from exercise and healthy eating to drugs that target specific age-related diseases. But what if we could go even further and halt the aging process altogether? One way to achieve this would be to find a way to repair the damage that accumulates in our cells over time. Scientists are already working on this, using techniques like gene editing and stem cell therapies to regenerate damaged tissues. There are also many drugs in development that aim to slow down or reverse the aging process. But even if we could stop aging, there's still the question of whether we'd want to live forever. Humans are social animals, and much of our sense of identity comes from our relationships with others. Would living forever lead to a sense of isolation and loneliness as our friends and loved ones age and die around us? Or would we adapt to this new reality, forming deeper connections with each other as we all live longer? There are also ethical questions to consider. If only some people could afford the technology that allows them to live forever, what would happen? Growth, or would we need to find new planets to live on? Another possibility is that we could upload our consciousness to a computer or some other kind of machine. This is an idea that's been explored in science fiction for decades, and it's not as far-fetched as it might seem. Researchers are already making progress in this area, with experiments showing that it's possible to preserve the connectome, the wiring diagram of the brain, after death. There are also many theoretical models that suggest it might be possible to create a digital copy of a human mind. If we could upload our consciousness to a machine, what would that mean for our sense of self? Would we still be the same person, or would we be something entirely new? And what would it be like to exist in a virtual world, free from the constraints of the physical body? Would we be able to interact with each other in new and meaningful ways, or would we become isolated from each other, lost in our own virtual worlds? Of course, there are also potential downsides to living forever, both from an individual and societal perspective. For example, if we knew we could live forever, would we take more risks, engaging in dangerous behaviors or making poor choices that could have long-term consequences? Would we become complacent, knowing that we had all the time in the world to accomplish our goals? And what about the environmental impact of a world where no one dies? Would we continue to consume resources at the same rate, knowing that there were no consequences for our actions? Another concern is the impact of immortality on creativity and innovation. Much of our creative drive comes from the knowledge that our time is limited, and that we must make the most of the time we have. If we knew we could live forever, would we still be driven to create, explore, and discover? Or would we become complacent, content to simply exist without pushing ourselves to reach our full potential? Despite these concerns, the idea of living forever remains an intriguing one. The potential benefits of extended lifespan are numerous, from the ability to explore new worlds and cultures to the opportunity to witness the ongoing evolution of human society. And as technology continues to advance, it's possible that we may one day achieve a form of immortality that we can only imagine today. But even if we do achieve immortality, it's important to remember that it's only one part of the human experience. Our mortality is what gives our lives meaning and purpose, and it's what inspires us to make the most of the time we have. As the philosopher Seneca once said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. So, what if we could live forever? It's an intriguing question, but one that's unlikely to have a simple answer. As with many questions related to human existence, the answer will likely depend on our individual perspectives and values. But regardless of whether or not we achieve immortality, one thing is certain: our time on this earth is finite. And it's up to us to make the most of it, whether we have a few short years or an eternity to do so.
Thank you very much for checking out this article on EnglishPlusMagazine.com. And don't forget to check out our latest English Plus podcast episodes on EnglishPlusPodcast.com. Never stop.